Rothification and the FIRE movement. Hi, I'm financial planner Sean Mullaney. Let's get started. So on March 29th, the House of Representatives passed a bill that's being referred to as Secure 2.0. Its official name is the Securing a Strong Retirement Act. It passed with bipartisan majorities in the House, so you can probably guess that maybe it doesn't really secure a strong retirement for most Americans. Here's what's going on. They're making some changes to the retirement plan provisions. They haven't passed the Senate, right? So these are just sort of proposals now because they've only passed one House. And some of those proposals cost money over the 10-year budget window. Don't get me started on DC and budgeting for only 10 years, but that's how they do it. And so there are some small tax cuts in there, and they needed to pay for them, and their answer was, well, let's expand these Roth accounts. If people contribute to Roths instead of taking deductions in terms of making like a 401k contribution that's deductible, we're going to make money from a revenue perspective because there'll be less tax deductions in the world. So they did a few things, and I think the FIRE community should think about these things. One of the things that's in this bill is an expansion of SEP IRAs and simple IRAs to include Roth accounts in those. Now, SEP IRAs, simple IRAs are generally for the self-employed or small businesses, and traditionally they've only been tax deductible. This would add a Roth option to those plans. Here's the thing though, for those in the FIRE movement who are thinking about earning a lot during their working years and then retiring early, say in their 50s, the game in town is deduct today, maybe do like a backdoor Roth or something like that, but for the most part, get money in those traditional accounts while you're at a high tax rate, take a deduction at that high tax rate, and then tomorrow when you're retired in your, say your 50s, you're showing artificially low taxable income, the game in town becomes let's convert some of those traditional retirement accounts to Roth accounts when we're paying maybe a 10% or 12%, maybe even a 22% federal marginal income tax rate. It's tax rate arbitrage. Deduct at a high tax rate, include back in income later on at a low tax rate. So that means like a Roth SEP IRA or a Roth simple IRA would be of no use to somebody in the FIRE movement for the most part because they're looking to take tax deductions today. All right, fine. You've given people in the FIRE movement one more option that really has no applicability to them. What do we care? Well, here's where it gets a little gnarly for those in the FIRE movement. Say you're thinking about an early retirement and you're in your early 50s. One of the best levers you got is these catch-up contributions to a 401k. So your limit this year is $27,000, not $20,500. Here's the thing about this Secure Act 2.0. What it's doing is it's saying all those catch-up contributions, which are today $6,500 a year, need to be Roth. You can't take a tax deduction for those anymore. So now what Congress is doing is it's forcing people in their 50s to say, hey, you know what? I'll do these catch-up contributions because they're great. They help, build up retirement savings, but I can't deduct those catch-up contributions, and I don't have this tax rate arbitrage play on those things. So that is a little bit of bad news for the FIRE community, this trend towards Rothification. What I wish they would do is up the contribution limits on Roth IRAs, but I don't think that wish is going to get fulfilled anytime soon. Let me know what you think about Rothification down in the comments below. If you like this video, please like it and please subscribe to my channel. See you next time.